Goose Riot, the weekly podcast about bad movies. My name is Chad, and I will be one of your hosts, along with my many co-hosts.
I am Zachary.
I'm Tanner.
I'm Todd. Josh.
And about Tanner, his name is actually Lauren. He has a girl's name because his parents don't love him.
Yeah, they wanted a daughter, and they were just sticking to
They
it.
still got one.
Yeah. I don't have a penis.
Got that back pussy at least.
God. So anyway, this is our first podcast. We're gonna. You're really enjoying that, huh? So this is our first podcast. We're gonna try and start doing a weekly podcast on bad movies. The movie we decided to watch this week was fucking awful.
Bad Milo.
Yeah.
I don't think it was awful. I think it was an assload of fun.
It was an asshole.
Oh God.
So
We discovered this movie. Go ahead.
Explain the plot.
Basically, Bad Milo was about this man, who was Ken Marino. He basically had an ass demon living inside of him. The demon came out of his ass when he was stressed out to basically relieve the stressful situations in his life. And he did a pretty good job of it.
Spoilers.
The way he did this was by murdering people that made Ken Marino angry.
Or stressed, however you want to look at it.
Angry, stressed, hand in hand, bird in the hand.
Yeah, bird in the hand. Agree to disagree.
Some of these murders were like run of the mill, just eating faces. They appeared to look like raccoon attacks.
That's
they
run
were-
of the mill deal.
Yeah, it's very run of the mill.
Yeah, chewing someone's face off.
When it's really special, he ate someone's dick off.
Yeah.
So
There's nothing like a good dick eating though to start your day.
Yeah, that's what your mom says.
Like it's like for ass demons, I feel like that's just like a good cup of Joe. Need
Straight up black.
Humans need coffee. Ass demons need dick.
Espresso dick.
Yeah, the chocolate ones are the best. They like their dick like they like their men. I don't really know.
Okay.
Yes, go on.
Am I taking you 6 to midnight?
That's fucking gross.
I was there
I
already.
am wearing sweatpants right now, so
Nice.
hey,
Where else to be other than 6 to midnight, right?
Was that guy? What happened to it? How did Milo get his dick out? Did he bite through the pants?
The guy already had his dick out.
Yeah, he was in the alleyway. The guy was in the alleyway with the
Oh
bus.
yeah, he was jerking it into that
He
dumpster.
was eating her out, and
he-
basically, go
He
ahead.
was performing cunnilingus
Oh,
on a woman.
Fellatio.
And
Thank you for
then-
being so proper.
And then he asked for fellatio in return. And when she refused, he decided he would masturbate in the alleyway.
Taken into his own.
That
hands.
is when Milo came upon him. He turned to Milo, and Milo began to eat his dick off.
So he gave him what he wanted, sort of.
The moral of that little story: don't take your dick out in an alley, or someone's ass demon might come and bite it
Or
off.
don't
You
eat
can't
out
just
a
go
prostitute in a-
throwing out advice willy nilly like that. I mean,
Exactly, because
everyone's dick is out in an alley at some point in time.
the best
That
times
is
that I've
true.
ever had my dick out were in alleyways.
It's the only time I pull my dick out is in an alleyway.
What?
I feel like that's proper.
Were you there that one time that homeless guy wanted me to?
Yep, I wasn't there, but I remember you called me and told me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a highlight of your life, man.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I've seen that homeless guy before.
When you say homeless guy,
oh, he was.
I'll tell this story. Basically, I was going. I was on a beer run at a gas station and waiting to buy my beer. And there was a guy, homeless guy, that was buying like a 32-ounce beverage. And on the way out, he turns around and looks at me and says, "You're a pretty man." And I'm like, "Well, thank you. I am well aware." And he asked me if I would like to make $20 behind the gas station. To which I declined, and he said he'd be waiting in case I changed my mind.
Let me paint a picture of this man.
That's the night I made $20.
Let me paint a picture of this man. He was fat. He had long gray hair,
Yeah, he did.
and he wasn't wearing a shirt.
And a
because
giant push,
the
if that
ga-
matters.
Yeah, every time you see him sitting at the
The
gas
biggest.
station, he's not wearing a shirt. He's just sitting out there in his jean shorts, or his jorts, as I'll hear to refer to them as. He's basically, he's hairy, and he looks like he's from Kentucky. Offense to anyone in Kentucky. And
We're not gonna have listeners in
So
Kentucky. It's okay.
he's got
Or
Or
they
at
don't
all.
have internet.
that Fabio look, right?
Yeah, plus about 200.
Did you ever see that Moonshiner show? You know that really old guy that had been doing it for like 80 years, and he had that long beard? It was that guy.
The one that died in the middle of it?
Yes. He looked exactly like that guy.
Was it the same guy?
With a giant dick.
I have one issue with your story.
What's that?
They don't sell 40s in the piece of shit.
I said 32
You
ounce.
did say 32.
I know. That's the problem. He was buying a 32 ounce.
Oh.
They don't sell 40s in
which is
Florida.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Who doesn't sell 40s?
Well, to be fair, with all the Florida stories and the craziness that goes on down here, I think it's responsible not to give us that extra 8 ounces.
No, it's responsible not selling 190 proof Everclear.
It's responsible not to sell bath salts. We really have a problem with eating people's faces off, not an extra 8 ounces of Old English.
However, you still have outlawed marijuana.
That's true.
So, by the way, that's
Very important.
Because when you snort marijuana, you die. Just ask Becky.
Yeah, Becky knows.
Becky knows.
You also melt into couches when you take it. I saw the commercial.
We're talking about Becky, not Taylor Swift. Just so everyone knows.
Brain on drugs. So Milo, the bad one.
Back to eating the faces.
So
and dicks.
Yeah, and dicks.
So this guy likes to kill people. What else?
Not the guy.
This Milo character.
Yeah. Ken Marino just gets really stressed. I mean, I can't tell you what his name is. His wife in the movie is played by
yes, his name is Duncan.
Jillian Jacobs. Jillian Jacobs, you know, the hot blonde chick from Community, yeah.
And he doesn't know that he has the ass demon. He discovers it later when he is sent to a psychologist.
Yeah, he thinks he's got stomach problems.
To get hypnotized.
Who was played by the guy who always plays a Russian hitman.
Yeah,
in every movie.
Yes.
He was one of the nihilists in The Big Lebowski.
He was a partner in the drug cartel in Bad Boys 2 as well.
Yes. And the devil in Constantine.
Oh yeah, Peter Stormare. That's his name.
Yes,
I didn't
right.
recognize him in that picture on the left there because it doesn't look like him at all in the flowery shirt.
But the twist, I felt like, with the movie, if we're cool with giving things away.
Yeah, by the way, this podcast is complete spoilers, so if you don't want anything spoiled, don't fucking listen.
Not only on the movie,
little late for that
but
spoiler
anything
alert.
in life. We will spoil everything.
I think we're making it better, though, by
I'm
what
also
we're saying about it, because this movie was not a good one.
like if you watch The Blacklist and you're not cut up, I'm just gonna tell you now that Berlin is played by Peter Stormare too.
Shit. I've never seen it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Dumbledore dies in Harry Potter.
Fuck! That is a game changer.
Yeah, just in case anyone hasn't
If
finished.
you tell
I
me
think
he's
Jim
gay,
Morrison dies
I will
in the
never
Doors as
watch
well.
Harry Potter again.
Jim Morrison isn't
I'm
really
sorry.
dead. Just like Tupac and Biggie
shit.
Smalls.
Dumbledore loves
Spoiler
the wine.
Those are also spoiler alerts.
Spoiler alert.
But so the game, the twist, I guess, was when Ken Marino's character was saying that he did not have a good relationship with his dad, and then when he finally sees his dad again, they start both writhing in pain at the same time to find out that
Well,
Papa Doc's got a...
the first time he saw his dad, he went to confront him, thinking that it was going to help, solve his problems. His dad basically told him to fuck off. He didn't want anything to do with him.
It's a good father.
And his
figure.
dad was just a huge pothead. All he did want to do was smoke pot. He didn't want anything to do with his kids.
This brings me to a really, really important point in the movie. Because at that point, his ass demon comes out in his dad's outhouse. And drops into the outhouse. And then climbs out of the outhouse. And then shakes himself off as a dog would. And gets feces all over Duncan.
Yes.
And he doesn't change his shirt for the rest of the movie.
Yes, that is true. He
can-
has a shit-stained shirt the entire movie.
He continues to have fecal matter on his clothing
over
throughout
the course
entire
of multiple
movie.
days.
Yes.
This
say
is
shit?
not a. It's.
Can we just say
he's
shit?
wearing a.
Yes, you can say shit.
I
Fecal
will
matter.
continue to
Matter.
say fecal matter.
That's
Yeah.
trying to be
That's
proper.
straight up doo-doo.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo brown. Doo-doo brown. But yeah, so basically after he confronts his dad, he basically, where does he go from there? He goes back home or some shit
he
like
He has to
that?
talk to his
Yeah.
wife,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he finds out that his wife's pregnant.
Yeah, she's preggo as fuck. So she's about to pop out a little baby.
That's what it said on the actual test. It said "prego" as fuck instead of the two little lines.
Yeah, so,
And he does what any clear-headed man would do. He runs the fuck away.
yeah. He basically says, I ain't about that life.
dates a
bitch."
younger woman.
Yeah, I ain't about that life. And so
he doesn't necessarily date a younger woman.
He should.
It rolls into one of the best montages in any movie ever.
That's true.
Up
Where
there with Team America. by the way.
He, of course, Team America is
The
the
ultimate.
tour de force
Yeah.
of montages.
the
but-
piece de resistance.
This
Yes.
this montage consists of him trying to feed Milo cat food and Milo refusing, and it's mixed in with him cuddling with Milo on the couch.
The montage was entirely too long. It was like 2 minutes of
The
him trying to
montage-
force feed this.
The
Ass
montage,
demon.
Movie.
which was sexual and violent, was absolutely perfect and cultivated in Milo destroying the kitchen
It's
and
just
Duncan
hitting-
walking in and simply saying,
He was
Dick
spooning
move.
with his ass demon. He was
Dick
spooning
move.
with his ass demon.
yes, he was.
All right.
What would you do with your ass demon?
I don't know.
put it back in his ass because he likes shit in his ass.
That's
what
generally where it
that's what
belongs,
Tanner
yeah.
would do with an ass demon.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
We all have our preferences.
something's not in my ass right now. This is not
That-
a good
That
day.
is when he did learn to accept, though, that he did have an ass demon.
Right. He was bonding. Basically, the psychiatrist, Peter Stormare, told him that he needed to bond with the ass demon. You know, once he bonded with it, he would have more control over it.
Oh, this
And, like,
movie's so
I
bad.
shit you not. That was basically, you know, the premise of him going to see the psychiatrist.
You
because-
shit us not?
Yeah, I shit you not.
All right.
Here-
No pun?
No,
Here's-
I
all right,
totally
Here's
intended
the
it.
kicker, though. He goes back to the psychologist with his father to try and work out these issues.
Yes, what I was
And-
mentioning before.
Right, and that's when they both of their ass demons protrude from their anuses.
Right. Apparently, having an ass
And have a
demon in
knife
that-
fight.
in that family is hereditary. The father's ass demon, his name was Ralph. So
And
it was,
old as shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was old, wrinkly. He looked like an old man's dick. Like if I'm painting a picture here, it was an old man's dick.
So,
I don't
How
know.
many, how many old men dicks have you
Have
seen?
have we not had this conversation about watching porn and
Fortunately, I've seen a couple.
downloading Jurassic cock and thinking that it was something other than it was?
Oh yeah,
I thought it was Jurassic, like,
you were
wow.
thinking quantity, but it really was
and
age.
I was thinking of that this girl is about to get some dinosaur-sized dicking, but instead it was
was
like
old
the
man
Jurassic period. Like this guy, like no shit, this guy was in a wheelchair and he was hooked up to a fucking oxygen machine in his
Oh my
wheelchair.
gosh.
Yeah, about to give this bitch some deep dicking. Like I'm being
Was
serious.
it at least
It
big
sounds-
too, or was it just
I don't
old?
know. I turned it off.
it sounds like
Oh.
a Kenny Lane Carter special.
Not
Wait
about
for
to
the
watch
climax
that.
of the movie?
No. There are some things in porn.
He
I
has a
can't
heart
do.
attack and dies. That's the end of the movie.
Puns are welcome here.
Yeah.
Puns are welcome.
But exactly, yeah. So he looked like an old man's penis.
Right.
Anyways, so
Well-
at that point, they decide to have a knife fight.
Well, Milo shows his intelligence because that's what's stressing out Duncan is his father. So
Right.
Milo knows that it's not his father; it's his father's ass demon that's really making all these horrible decisions.
Right.
So the ass demons get in the fight of the year.
Yeah, talk about a social commentary.
Right.
It was like Showdown at the Olympics.
How is that social commentary?
It is. It's a father and son.
Yeah.
You know.
Ass
like-
demon
It's an
You
just
knife
don't-
fight.
you
It's
just
an
don't
internal
get it,
struggle of a
Apparently.
family
Yes.
where two ass demons come
Literally,
together.
An internal struggle.
The younger,
Father and
stronger ass demon stabs the older ass demon at least 30 times.
Yeah, he doesn't stop even when he says to Milo, "Stop stabbing Ralph."
That's another thing that we should have iterated on too. The ass demon is a part of the person. It's basically like their conscience or whatever, but it fucks them up if something happens to it. That's why he couldn't kill Milo, because it would fuck him up. So when his dad's ass demon died, and his dad was played by Stephen Root,
Yeah.
the guy from Office Space, Milton.
No.
But yeah, his dad went full retard after that. So I mean, you can't kill a man's ass demon and expect him to not go full retard.
I was watching
Exactly
Tropic
right.
Thunder
Did he
earlier
die?
today.
Did
He didn't die.
did the ass?
Oh yeah, the ass demon totally died.
Oh, the ass demon was done.
Yeah.
I
He
knew
was
he got
donezo.
stabbed 30 something times.
But they are tough.
He's not 50 Cent.
I know. He's got bullet holes for days.
Yeah.
But
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
yeah, what? I did not know if he literally died though.
Yeah.
The-
Ass demon was dead as fuck.
His ass demon died, and that was when Milo really snapped
Yeah.
and went off, and went after Jillian Jacobs because she had Duncan's baby in her.
Yeah, which leads up to one of the best scenes in the movie for me personally.
Which scene was that?
Basically, they're running through the grass. He's trying to get a hold of somebody on the phone. He finally gets a hold of somebody. Then his phone slips out of his hand and breaks on the ground. Then he runs home, locks the door, tells her to go into the basement. And what happened? There was something there that was just fucking ridiculous.
The sex dungeon.
Oh, yeah, she goes downstairs in the sex dungeon. Of course, there's dildos everywhere, so dildos are going to be an integral part of this fight between Jillian Jacobs and the ass
They're a
demon.
good part of any fight.
Well, yeah, obviously, if there's dildos, use them. But, basically, Milo is fighting with Ken Marino, or Duncan, in the kitchen, and he decides that the only way that he's going to get down to the basement to kill Jillian Jacobs, because he's thinking that's the next part of the stress, which is another thing, too, because he knows now that it's hereditary for the men in that family to have ass demons, so he knows that he has to kill that little baby brewing inside of her, because it's probably going to have an ass. Oh yeah, that's right. She tells him it's a boy, so he knows that baby's definitely got an ass demon coming. So at that point, Milo can't get down there through the door, so he jumps down the drain and proceeds to go through the sink in the basement to come out and attack Jillian.
Of all the scenes, that was your favorite?
No, well, my favorite part was where. Basically, let me get to that. Fuck you.
Okay, sorry, just trying to...
Yeah, so after that, she basically fights with it with dildos and things like that. And she eventually gets out and runs outside where his family, who was having a party out in the backyard, his mother, she basically runs out there, and his mom basically tells him that she knew about this thing the whole time. They just never tell him. They never told him because they never thought it was going to be an issue. That was my favorite part. It's like, your father had ass demons. We were just kind of hoping that you wouldn't. We just left it alone. I don't know why that was my favorite part, but
The dick biting was
I
my
thought
favorite
you
part.
were going to say that your favorite part was when Milo was fighting Jillian Jacobs on the sex swing.
Yeah, that was pretty
And then
good.
it fell down, which is weird because they don't weigh as much as a couple that would be fucking on the sex swing.
Those things are surprisingly resilient.
Milo is very vigorous when he's fighting. Very
as
vigorous.
any good ass demon should be.
Exactly.
I agree. You would want to pay more money to have a better ass demon.
Right. More or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Pokemon.
You
get
find
them all.
yourself in a vicious cockfight.
How do you think he'd react to Preparation H?
The ass demon?
It
Yeah.
wouldn't phase him. He's not a hemorrhoid. He's an ass demon.
Yeah. It's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna hype him.
Yeah.
Could have calmed him down a
It's
little
gonna
bit.
lube
Mellowed
him
him out a
no,
little, you
It's
know?
gonna lube him
No,
up.
no.
He's gonna slide in and out of that asshole much better.
I think it really just depends
Prep
on how he
H.
likes the smell.
Yeah.
All right, fair
You
enough.
put some like Burt beeswax or something maybe, but not Preparation H. None of that Prep H.
You don't want to do that.
So did Milo still hang around in the end? Like,
No,
I don't
remember,
know.
No, he
after-
lost his limbs.
But he was still alive.
That was how Ken Marino took care of him. He couldn't kill him because he was a part of him.
Right.
So instead, he chopped
Yeah,
off his
that's
arm
the
and
next
both
part.
of his legs, and
To save his wife,
Yeah, right. To
he
save
cut
his wife.
limbs off.
And so basically, after that, he realized he couldn't kill him, so he cradled him up like a baby, and they went inside into the bathroom, and he proceeded to have his wife shove Milo back into his ass.
Very romantic.
Yeah, it was one of the most romantic scenes. It was like
Extremely
Titanic,
romantic.
but 10 times more romantic.
Right.
Yeah,
'Cause
she
there
didn't
was
let
no
go
ice
afterwards.
Right.
She followed it in.
It was way more romantic than the handprint on the window.
Oh, I don't know.
It was definitely more romantic when she fucking let go.
Yeah.
She said she would never let go, and
She
then she
lied.
fucking let go.
Yeah.
almost immediately.
Stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably could have got mouth to mouth.
No, they
And
did
safe.
science on this. They did lots of science, and
And it was a door. They could have
Yes.
both been on that.
Exactly.
thing.
So
There was
shows
plenty
that
of
there
room.
was tons of room.
Yeah, so
and
much
she
room.
let go immediately.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So-
then she went on to have a good life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. She carried
Oh,
that
come-
big ass-
come on.
She carried that fucking big ass.
Come
rock.
on.
She carried that big ass rock around like she's
Yeah.
Jenny from the fucking block.
Yeah.
Pawn shop, man.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you should know. I gotta throw this back in the ocean. I'm a dumb cunt.
Yeah, that's messed up, by the way.
Yeah.
That could have saved an
Oh, yeah.
African country.
Yeah.
You know,
Jews
at
worked,
least one.
Jews worked hard for that diamond.
Yeah. So hard for it, man.
Fucking blood diamonds and shit.
So overall, what would you guys rate the movie?
Out of what?
You pick. You tell me.
We're gonna say out of 10. Let's go with a scale
10
of 10.
what?
That's
We have to come up
that
with
is your
a-
preference.
The unit of
a
measure
unit
here.
of measurement.
Well, since it's a bad movie instead of a good movie, you have to go with the opposite of a star. And
Black
everyone
holes?
knows that when you kill a unicorn, a star dies. So
I didn't
the
know
unit
that.
of measure will be
But
can't
decapitation.
also,
say I was
every time
privy.
you masturbate, God kills a kitten.
That's
So,
as a puppy. Kittens are
either
supposed
or.
to die.
Well, that's true. I hate cats.
That's me.
One-eyed puppies? No.
3-legged dogs.
Yes. They don't deserve to live either. Let's
You've
go.
seen that?
10?
You've seen
Out
that
of 10
two-legged
what?
dog that jumps around on its back
Three-legged
legs?
puppies.
I try
Okay,
not
we're gonna
to.
go with
Oh.
three-legged puppies is our
Or
level.
decapitated unicorns.
I'm gonna go. I like decapitated unicorns better. I'm gonna say 1.5.
Out of 10.
Out of 10?
Yes, it was a
What?
terrible
We are,
movie.
we are way
Wow.
here on
Yeah.
1.5 dead unicorns.
Because I'm gonna go with 7 decapitated unicorns.
Oh,
Whoa.
we're going on. More is how bad it
It's
is.
how much you like
no,
it.
that's how much you liked it.
Okay,
you're
I'm-
in the right.
I'm
If you think
sticking
it's
with
that
my
bad.
1.5.
Wow.
I'm gonna give it a
It's cold.
4. A 4 out of 10.
Mm.
I feel like that's fair. I mean, it wasn't. It was funny. Like if you look at it for what it was. Like I said, I saw Tusk last weekend. Most people, me and the other 2 people in the theater, like I thought the movie was amazing for what it was. You just have to look at it like that. You got to think,
Oh,
did they
I
make this
understand
movie to be a horrible fucking movie, or did they make it because they thought it was funny and fucking
But the
ridiculous?
dialogue was awful.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was
in that movie.
I agree. It was
And
completely
I'm
awful.
big on dialogue.
Right.
That one guy's initials might be QT. I'm not gonna throw any names out there.
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, okay, that guy.
Why can't you say his name?
I'm just having fun.
Just
his
joshing
dialogue,
ya. Just
is
joshing
yeah,
you.
Oh.
in his
Yeah, 'cause his
movies,
name is
it's
Josh.
Yeah,
amazing,
no, I
and
get
I
it.
know you're comparing 2 different things, but
Yeah, I know.
I respect that in a movie when, if the acting is not going to be good, at least the dialogue is on point.
Right.
And so the dialogue sucked, and the movie sucked.
Are you saying that Tarantino has bad actors in this movie?
He can though.
Like what? Yeah, give me an
When?
example. I'm just curious. Like, what do you consider?
Michael
bad?
Madsen is an awful actor,
I
What was he
tend
in?
to agree with that. Michael Madsen is
Yeah, I know.
not very good, but
what-
he's
what
but he's
Tarantino movie?
perfect in
he's
every
all
Tarantino
over
movie.
Quentin Tarantino
Almost
movies.
every Tarantino movie that Michael Madsen's
I
been
know.
in.
I'm saying
He's
what
Bill's
Tarantino-
brother.
See, those are the 2 that those are the 2 Quentin Tarantino movies that I've never
He-
settled with.
Reservoir Dogs, he
He
was a-
cut the ear off of the policeman in
Oh
Reservoir
yeah,
Dogs.
that's right. That's right. That's Michael Madsen. I'm thinking of James.
But he looks completely
James
different in
Marsden.
those movies because he's
He gained
very
weight.
skinny in Reservoir Dogs and
Yeah.
he's very fat.
I'm
and
thinking
Yeah.
of
killed them.
James Marsden or whatever the fuck his name is.
Jason Marsden.
No, James Madsen. James Marsden. The
Cyclops?
The pretty guy. Yeah.
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 James
That's
Marsden.
who I'm thinking of.
Yeah. No.
But
This is the guy that looks like
yeah, I agree.
Vince Neil.
He's not a great actor. He's no Ray Liotta.
No.
Love Ray Liotta.
But my point is,
Could've gone with
in those
another
movies,
actor in
you
Quentin
look at
Tarantino movies like
you look
Harvey
at Michael
Keitel.
Madsen, who is not a good actor, but his character is perfect in every Tarantino movie because the character is written exactly for him.
Right.
So, in this movie though, that's
I think Ken Marino played that part perfectly.
fine. Ken Marino is a funny dude, but that movie was shit.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
It was 1.5 dead unicorns.
I'm
So we
going
got 1.5.
4. I'm going 4.
We got a 4.
7 decapitated unicorns.
Explain yourself.
The
Okay.
concept of the-
really like this
The concept
movie.
of the movie was fantastic.
What's a 10
I
for
agree
you?
with that. I do.
Zach was pretty giddy when he saw it in the store, so he's been excited about this movie. all
That
along.
is how we discovered this movie. We read the description on the back of the DVD case.
I mean,
There's no other way to discover this movie. It was very tiny. It made $4,500 in the opening weekend in the box office.
4,500?
$4,500, and it made
What is the rating on IMDb?
it
Is that
made
what
less
you're
than
checking now?
$20,000 overall at the box office.
What? Did they open in one theater?
It was probably a limited
Holy
release
crap.
type deal.
it was probably straight to DVD.
Do
So
you-
their opening weekend could have just been
5.7.
DVD sales.
5.7.
Oh, DVD sales.
I don't know that it was
DVD
a lot
I don't
higher
know.
than-
Yeah, that's higher than I would rate it.
Straight to
What about-
DVD.
what
got
about
a
on-
62?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Really?
What?
No, I'm saying Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb are the same thing.
No,
Really?
Rotten Tomatoes has a percentage-based rating.
Yeah.
It's percentage points, and IMDb is out of 10 stars.
And Rotten Tomatoes is more. I feel like it's more.
It's less
user-
based, more
No, well, it's
people?
both.
No, IMDb.
There's 2 different
The
ratings.
stars on IMDb are
No, yeah, I understand that.
User rating.
I feel like it's more user friendly.
The Metascore is 62 out of 100. It's 62%, but
Still.
just
That's
still
really high.
still
That's
better
neither here
than I thought
nor
it was.
I mean, I enjoyed it
the
too.
the
Sorry, Zach.
concept of the movie was fantastic.
The concept of the movie was shit. Literally.
Exactly.
Oh.
Is an ass demon.
61%.
yeah, so it's about the same as Metascore. The thing is the I probably would not have watched this movie based on the description on IMDb. I didn't read the one on the DVD, but a horror comedy centered on a guy who learns that his unusual stomach problems are being caused by a demon living in his intestines. Like, I feel like if they would have just, had the tagline "an ass load of fun" and then told me that he had a demon living in his ass, that would have made me watch the movie more than the description that they've put on here.
Oh, absolutely. The description on the DVD was much better than that.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but you read it as well, Todd, and it was fantastic.
I had no idea what this movie was about going into it, so I was kind of flying blind.
I had no idea
Yeah.
until I was watching.
It was probably better that way, though, wasn't it?
I don't know.
That is a strong word.
You did have a spoiler in the middle of it, so someone told you what was happening when it was happening.
That's
Because it was
sorta.
supposed to be mysterious. The first time Milo came out, you're not supposed to see what's happening. It's from Milo's point of view. You just see someone getting murdered.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
The tagline's "Enhance your inner demon."
Yeah, that's
Or
not
embrace,
Wow.
embrace your inner.
That is
demon.
not nearly as good as an ass load of fun.
Yeah, I feel like we should write a letter, an angry letter, tell them to change the
Definitely an
tag,
angry letter.
change the tagline.
Yeah.
Jacob Vaughn was the director on that. What else has Jacob Vaughn directed?
Probably nothing.
He looks like a little bitch.
He does look like a little bitch.
Jesus of Judson and Jeff Who Lives at Home, which I heard was actually pretty good, but I haven't seen it.
was
No, I
okay.
have seen Jeff Who Lives at Home.
That was okay.
Yeah, that was with Andy from The Office.
No
Yeah.
ass
And-
demons in that one?
No ass demons.
Jason
Jason
Segel was
Segel.
in it
Yeah,
as
Jason
well.
Segel.
No.
Yeah,
Ed Helms.
Ed Holmes. That's his name. I always forget that guy's name. Guy from The Hangover and The Office. That's what I remember him as.
He's a dentist.
Thank you for that. He was a dentist.
It's an addition.
Yeah.
I would probably give this movie a 4.
Yeah. I feel like 4's fair.
I wouldn't want to watch it again, but I laughed when that guy got his dick bitten off.
I would probably watch it again.
I mean, I had tears several times throughout this movie because it was so funny, but at the same time, it was complete and utter crap.
Like, I would probably put it on in the background while I'm doing something else and be fine with it.
I
And then
I
you
would
just
rather
take
watch.
your turn
I
to it
can't even
when-
say I would do that.
I would rather watch something else.
Yeah, I feel like this movie must have just been,
I would definitely make a gif of the doctor getting his dick eaten off.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was
So
hilarious.
that makes it at least a 7 for me, anyways. If I'm gonna make a gif out of it, then
Okay, if we were to make a bell
it's got to be at least
out
above
of
a
the
5.
ratings that you have for movies, would you say?
Well, we
most
can't
of
give
them-
away the other movies that we're gonna rate, but yeah.
Well, I mean, would you say most of them are kind of skewed towards the
no.
10 mark there?
No, absolutely not.
But this one's a solid 7.
It's a solid 7.
That is.
Wow.
generous.
Decapitated unicorns. It's not stars. What do
I
you
agree.
think this is?
Okay, well, if you're going with star ratings, what would you give it?
-2.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We're
See,
on
that's
different
where
pages.
I'm
I
basing
was
mine.
like-
I'm basing mine off the stars.
We're basing-
No, we're doing
Okay.
different unit of measure
Okay.
here because these are
As far
four
as-
I feel
movies.
like that's gonna confuse
So
people.
for a
Yes.
so for a bad movie, what would you rate it? Zach?
For a bad movie.
yeah, for a bad movie.
That's the point of what we're doing here.
Well, what are we basing our rating on? Like, what's
if
a 10?
it's going for
What's a 10 on bad
terrible
movies?
movie,
Yes.
then yes, we're talking like a 7 to 8.
We're talking about cheap laughs.
It almost
You keep
succeeded.
asking what the fuck.
It almost
Doctors are getting their
succeeded.
dicks eaten
Yeah.
off by ass demons.
It's
What would
not
you say
quite-
the top of the scale is, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Never saw it.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
No.
Fuck yeah.
Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
That's
or
a thing.
Battlefield Earth. That is my levels of just utter
So
shit.
you're saying Battlefield Earth is the best bad movie you've seen,
Okay.
or the worst? I know how much you love John Travolta in Scientology.
Oh my
bitch.
god, so much.
It's one of my favorite documentaries.
Battlefield Earth was supposed to be serious.
It was.
Because it was a
It
documentary.
was a. It was
If
a
we're going
tribute.
based off terrible movies that are supposed to be poking fun at itself, then yes, it's like
I don't think that's what Battlefield Earth was
no,
doing at all.
no, I'm talking about Bad Milo.
Oh, okay.
I would say then it's roughly 8 decapitated unicorns.
Okay.
Ooh, 8.
Yes.
He rated it better
It-
than you did.
It's they do a good job at being shit.
They do a good job of doing
They
a
are
bad job.
very good at
If
being
we're going based
awful.
off stars, I stick with my 1.5.
Yeah.
I'm going
Alright.
to stick with -2.
I'll stick
Okay.
with 4 on that. On the star scale, I'll stick with 4.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
no.
give it about a
If we're
7 or
talking
8.
about actual legitimate movie making, this is less than a 0.
No. Production value.
Better than that.
The production value was
I
good.
laughed.
I would
I
say
enjoyed myself.
the production value was good. The cinematography was pretty good. The story,
They did a good job with the blood.
right? Everything was good about the movie except the actual story.
Yes.
I mean, well, the story wasn't bad. It was just dumb.
Right.
Like,
It was bad.
I don't.
It was not.
The dialogue wasn't good in
was
the
awful.
movie. Yeah, but I mean, overall, everything but the story was decent. You know, I would say the directing was decent. It was just the story was very poor. I don't know how anyone optioned to make this movie. By reading the story.
There's a lot of stars in it too, and that's
The
what was
wardrobe was absolutely atrocious. What Jillian Jacobs wore throughout the movie was awful.
There was no
but
sex appeal.
It was crowned by
We're looking
her
for sex appeal in an ass demon movie.
by
She was a
her
sexy
button-up
woman.
horse shirt that it was like a small male child's shirt with
Yeah.
horses on it. So it was completely unflattering and
Something that should be worn by Carl in Walking Dead.
Well,
exactly.
She was pregnant.
Carl Papa.
Not at that point.
Carl Papa.
Well, she was pregnant the whole fucking movie. It took place over like 2 or 3 days. I mean, it doesn't matter. She didn't know she was pregnant at that point when she was wearing that shit. She felt pregnant though, so I mean, same thing. Same thing. Women logic, same thing.
2 days.
Are we going over her internal dialogue
But
of
hold on, if we're talking about, I mean, if we're talking about wardrobe being a factor in this, though, you got to figure this movie only made $20,000 gross in the entire,
Can't even
time it was
pay
open.
the actors.
I don't know how they were totally in the black.
How do you guys
They
feel
never
about
came
being the
out
only
black.
people who have ever discussed wardrobe on Bad Milo? Because I'm pretty sure no one else has ever
someone
done that.
had
don't
to
even-
have mentioned
I
how
go on
awful
the
her clothes
movie
were.
to
That's what we
discuss
do.
wardrobe.
Yeah.
She
On
probably
Goose Riot.
they probably gave her that shirt to wear and she said, "What the fuck is this?" And they're like, "Well, we went to Goodwill and it's the best we could find.
Yeah.
Get out there."
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Well, okay. Now that we're all on the same page, I'm okay with your rating. I would give it a similar. As far as bad movies are considered, it's a solid 7 or an 8. Definitely watch it with people. Yeah. Don't watch. If you watch it alone, you're a freak.
So
but
the-
if you watch it with other people, it's a good time.
The weekend that it opened on 9 screens in 9 theaters, and it made $4,100.
That's it.
Yes. The next weekend, or no, 2 weekends after that, it opened. It was open on 2 screens, and it made $559.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then November 3rd, 2 screens, $1,717. So overall, the total, the movie made was $19,613.
What
On
you're saying
pure
is-
entertainment value, this movie was worth more than $20,000.
Oh yeah.
How is it done in DVDs?
I wish I could tell what they, paid to make this movie, like what the budget was.
Usually
Not
it tells
enough.
you.
I
on
thought I did
IMDb.
too, but I don't see it.
Whatever it is, it was not
The
quite
only
enough.
alarming part is that the Duplass brothers put their name on
Yeah,
this
they were
piece of shit
executive
somewhere.
producers.
That's kind of alarming.
Somebody on IMDb left a comment that it was an erotic gay movie. Said if you just focus on the main character's pain and emotions, it's the same in a gay porno.
I was wondering why I got a boner during
I mean,
that movie. That makes sense now.
yeah, it's a pretty interesting observation.
There is a little homoeroticism in the movie, I would say.
A little.
Yeah,
Just a little
I mean,
bit.
The guy did like getting things shoved in and out of his ass.
Constantly.
Yeah.
How much actual time in that movie do you think was spent him just taking a demon right in the butt? I
So it
mean,
was a good
I'd say
there's a
6
good-
or 7
good-
minutes.
yeah. Spread throughout.
Yeah.
Lot
In
of
and
butt
out.
play.
In and
Puns are
out,
welcome
yeah.
here.
Lot of butt play in that movie.
Yeah.
Puns are totally welcome here.
I'm fairly surprised that we've even been able to discuss this movie this long. My God.
We're just getting warmed up.
No kidding.
That's what Milo said when he was going into his asshole.
Oh God.
Just get him warmed up. He's putting that bun back in the oven. But yeah.
Ooh.
So overall,
But yeah.
it was a good first movie for us to do on the podcast, I think. Next week, I think we're gonna do Vampire Academy.
Vampire
Yes, it's
Academy.
I haven't
It's a
watched.
delightful story about a young boy who discovers he has wizarding powers and goes to a school in England where he's met with-
Roofied by a giant.
Oh, we might be talking about something.
Isn't that
different
what
then.
happened in that movie?
Maybe.
I think you guys are confusing Vampire Academy with Lemony Snicket.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Lemony Snicket.
I still thought it was the.
Lemony Snicket and an unfortunate
Right.
series of events.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
I think it was Fortunate Events, right?
Yeah. Oh, when are we gonna do a Jumper? I know you're a big Hayden Christensen fan.
I fucking hate Hayden Christensen.
I don't think Jumper belongs here.
I don't either. I don't think it's a bad enough
every
movie.
movie that Hayden Christensen is in should be on this list.
Even Revenge
Jumper
of the
was
Sith.
okay.
But they're not.
Especially Revenge of the Sith.
I would like to have.
You don't want to see
movies
me
here.
when I'm
You know
angry.
what? He
Are
had-
you the Hulk?
He had
No.
some beautiful hair in that movie.
He did.
I have to say.
What movie is he in really that he doesn't have beautiful hair?
It's true.
Revenge of the Sith was on point though, hair wise.
Yeah.
If you watch the movie about him being a writer, I can't remember the name of it, but his last
Why
name
would
was-
you ever watch that fucking movie?
Exactly.
I don't know either, but I just,
watched it when I was in school because we.
Was it the one with Keira Knightley?
No.
The only decent movie about a writer was
He's a
that one where
reporter or
Johnny
something. He's a
Depp
reporter
had
and
an
he
erotic
makes everything
relationship
up.
with a corn
It
on
is
the
an
cob.
awful
You
movie.
remember that movie?
No, I don't remember that.
But that's not the only awful movie he's made. Every movie he's made has been awful.
No, not
However-
Jumper. Though. Jumper had
however,
Samuel Jackson in
I
it.
gotta give him due.
Shattered Glass.
Thank you. He bagged Rachel Bilson because of
Were
Jumper.
they dating?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they were dating.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even remember her being in that movie.
Yeah.
I just remember Sam
She's
Jackson
the-
and all his
she's
mighty
the
bold
chick in the
blackness.
I think so much less of her after that.
I don't. I mean, he is a pretty man.
He's a beautiful man.
Yeah, I mean, he may not have it.
With
I
lovely
don't
hair.
know who he was blowing in Hollywood that he became an actor though.
No,
because
he
he is
doesn't have
a
the
horrible
talent,
actor.
but-
No,
Obviously, Paul Walker.
you know he's
Wait.
gonna be listening to this podcast. He was set to
Is
be
that
our
too soon?
biggest fan, and then we just fucking ruined it. Hayden Christensen's like, oh fuck these guys.
You know what?
I don't need him.
I'm
If you're
good
listening,
without him.
I'll still love you.
Yeah, me too.
I
I mean,
won't.
I think you were awesome at Jumper, bro.
I won't.
God. let's discuss some of the actors that you guys don't like.
What?
Let's hear some of the actors that you guys don't like.
Oh, I can't even think.
Tom Cruise creeps me out.
Yeah, nobody's a Tom Cruise fan though. I mean, except Scientologists.
He's
and
too little.
They're not real people.
You didn't like him in Tropic Thunder?
That was the only thing. You know, here's the thing. I had a Tom Cruise boycott going because I think Scientology is so stupid.
Uh-huh.
And offense to all you Scientology fans out there.
They're not listening. Don't
No.
worry about it.
That's because nobody's listening though.
Yeah.
But
Because we're
Yeah.
going live.
the thing about it is, I was boycotting him so hard, and then somebody's like, "Oh, you want to go see Tropic Thunder?" And I'm like, "Sure, you know, I can do that." I didn't know that he was an unbilled cast member, so it was like I was forced. It's like, you know, when you get forced to eat something that you don't want to eat. It's the same thing.
Been
Like,
there.
Something's
why are
telling
you?
me people don't force you to eat that often.
It depends what it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know, it's like that old saying about spinach and asshole. If you
Oh,
were forced to
what's
eat
it
it as a
called?
kid, you probably don't want to do it as an adult. Or spinach and anal sex. That's what
There
it
you
was.
go.
There you
Yeah.
Spinach and assholes.
Spinach and asshole. Whatever.
You don't want to eat asshole as a kid.
You'd be surprised.
No, I'm gonna cry tonight. Thanks.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I like to bring up your uncle sometimes. But yeah. So I felt like they shoved Tom Cruise down my throat. Now I'll give it to him though. He was funny. The role in Tropic Thunder was funny. You know that
No,
he
it
had
was a good movie.
for the most part.
Yeah.
I agree, but I just think Tom Cruise is a little overzealous.
Robert Downey Jr. in there creeped me out.
RDJ, blackface.
He was doing good.
Oh yeah, he was awesome. You gonna say something, Todd? You look like you wanted to say something.
Just don't go full retard.
Yeah, I think we covered that earlier. Bad Milo.
What do you mean, you people?
But Tom Cruise, who else? I'm trying to think. Who else don't I like? Like I just can't stand as an actor. I've got a list. I wasn't prepared for
I
this.
think John Travolta's head's getting wider every year.
It's because he's
Like his head just gets bigger and bigger. Like another 10, 15 years, it's gonna be disgusting.
We need to do a couple Brendan Fraser
I was gonna make a
movies.
joke about his dead
Just
son,
saying.
but I can't
Brendan
think of
Fraser
anything
movie?
That's cool.
I can understand the Brendan Fraser hate.
good.
Yeah.
Everything Brendan Fraser's in is bad.
What was that movie he did where he went to the center of the earth?
Journey
to the
Center
Center of the
Oh
Earth.
yeah,
I
that's
think.
the one. Okay, yeah.
I think that's what it's called. Actually. Might be 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea or 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Did he do that?
There's
No,
only been
you
a
don't
couple
fucking do
movies.
that.
He was in a movie called
The Mummy.
I don't think you did
no,
that.
With Honors
Do
that
not
I
talk
actually
shit
thought
about The
was a
Mummy.
good movie.
I know you're not talking shit about the Mummy. Fucking Imhotep and shit.
Have you guys seen With Honors?
I don't know
It's
what
got
that
Joe
is.
Pesci in it,
No.
Fucking
Um,
Joe Pesci.
and
Was they magic grits?
What the fuck is that?
What?
Oh, that has to be from My Cousin Vinny. It has to be.
Alright.
Which
Todd's
is a good
gay
movie.
for
That's a
fucking
great
Joe
movie.
Pesci and My Cousin
That
Vinny.
is a great movie.
What other actors don't I like?
You know who I fucking hate? Hayden Christensen.
So
I'm glad I'm not the only
Except
one.
in Looper.
Looper or Jumper?
Jumper. Oh yeah, that's a different movie. They sound the same.
Looper's
Fuck you.
different movie.
I don't like any of the Baldwins except Alec. I
No,
know
that
Zach's gonna
Steven
have,
Dick?
I know Zach's gonna have a problem with that, but
Whoa. The best of the Baldwins,
Billy
Steven
Baldwin.
Steven.
in Biodome with Pauly Shore is more than classic.
Pauly Shore definitely top 10 actor.
I'm gonna step out on a limb here.
More than classic. Billy Baldwin in Backdraft, fantastic.
Do we have any Pauly Shore
And-
movies lined up for this?
and
We
Fair
need
Game.
to.
He was also in that.
Animal
With Cindy Crawford.
Oh my god, that. Wait, Animal. That
That's
was
a Rob Schneider.
That's
movie.
Rob Schneider. I'm sorry. My
and
bad.
look, their hair is kind
Bad
of.
We
movies.
could
Their hair
watch.
is kinda the same.
We could watch The Stapler or The Carrot,
I don't know what
as
those
Rob
are.
Schneider movies go.
Rob Schneider. As the staple.
Where were you gonna go out on? A
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say Will Smith. Anything post Men in Black 1.
I didn't. I actually kind of like Men in Black 3. I like Josh Brolin though.
I believe,
I'm
Todd, will you back me up? Bad Boys 2 was after Men in Black.
Oh, was it?
Too. Oh yeah, you can't. Say
I can't say anything.
When did
about
we-
it.
If you say something
Also,
bad about Bad Boys 2, I'm
Enemy
gonna
of the
come
State.
I'm gonna come across the table with Jim
yeah,
I
Evans.
think
forgot
Enemy
about
of the
that.
State was post that.
It was okay.
And that was after
That was
Men in
good.
Black was.
That was a very good
2001.
movie.
Okay, yeah. So
I didn't like I Am Legend.
So fuck you, Tim.
No, that
I
was
thought it was
horrible.
I also liked 8 pounds.
7
7
pounds.
7 pounds.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ooh, Hitch.
It was too
Hitch
mushy.
was a really
I
good
take it
movie
back
too.
completely.
Yeah, Hitch was good. 8 pounds. That was too. It was too
7
mushy.
pounds.
For 7 pounds. I don't
I
fucking
had-
care because it was a stupid fucking movie.
I
Was
liked
that the
it.
one where he was poor with his kid?
I don't
No,
know.
that
He
was
wasn't
Pursuit
poor.
of
He was
Happiness.
dying or
That was what?
something.
Pursuit
Oh,
of
He
Happiness.
wasn't dying.
wait, no. Which one?
He-
He's trying to find a donor for
7
his
pounds.
organs.
He was super depressed, so he was trying to find people to donate his organs
I
to
thought that was when was
after he
Pursuit of
committed
Happiness.
suicide using
No,
a
that's when he
jellyfish.
was poor.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on.
That actually
Pursuit of
sounds like an
Happiness.
interesting premise for a movie.
It was. You don't really know what's going on
Until the
the
end.
end. So,
It's kind of easy.
Thanks
to
Kinda
find.
do.
Thanks
but
for ruining it, you assholes.
Well, it's a
I
good
believe
movie.
we said at the beginning,
I love
fuck
Keanu
you
Reeves.
if you don't want to hear a
I
spoiler.
didn't think that would include me.
Why are you pointing a picture of Keanu Reeves like he's a bad actor? Fuck you.
I will Jim Everett you too.
Point Break?
Nice.
Yeah. Have you seen Point Break with Gary Busey
Wonderful.
and
reference.
fucking Swayze? Yeah. Don't talk shit about Keanu Reeves. That's not allowed.
What
on
about
this
The
table.
3?
Everyone knows that's the best movie ever
made.
All three. All three. movies. Speaking of Bill and Ted, you see they're coming out with Bill and Ted 3? They're writing the
Yeah.
script. Pretty excited about that. No George Carlin because he's mega dead.
Plus, Keanu doesn't deserve this. He's very sad.
He is. He's always sad, Keanu.
I love sad
Unless he's
Keanu.
running with a camera in his hand,
Yeah.
he looks happy as a pig in shit.
Speaking of old movies that are coming back out with sequels, how do you guys feel
Dumb and
about
Dumber.
the Dumb and Dumber remake?
I
Excited.
don't.
I'm
I
not
don't
for
like
it.
it.
No.
I don't like it either.
They should have let it go.
I saw some pictures where they had taken Jim Carrey and they had to Photoshop all the wrinkles out to make him look younger because he's so old now.
Why do they need to make him look younger? I thought that was the premise. He's been sitting in that nursing home or some shit for like
Yeah,
30 years. Or
Apparently, he's so wrinkly now though that they're like, too far.
I'm not a fan of Jim Carrey anymore. He's
Old
a little
people
bitch.
aren't that
after
funny.
that whole thing that he did for Kick-Ass 2 and how he was bitching about his part and how he didn't feel comfortable playing that role. Like,
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
I agree
like,
with
fuck
that.
you, bro. Like,
That was a bad movie though, but still,
It was.
Kick-Ass 2? I didn't think it was
I-
that
I-
bad.
It wasn't good.
it wasn't good.
Big Daddy wasn't in it. How can it be any good?
That's right.
I'm not gonna say an actor that I hate, but an actress that I hate is Maggie Gyllenhaal, and I have
Oh.
0 reasons for that, but I just hate her face.
You can talk. You can say that you don't like Tyler Perry. You just
People
ruined
will
any
judge you
I'm
for it.
just
though.
throwing names out here.
You just ruined any black fans that we might have had.
Yeah, thanks,
Because
son.
it's fact that all black people love Tyler Perry. Like, it's 100% truth.
It's science.
All black people love Tyler Perry. You know? Take Tyler Perry away from black people, what do you got?
And Cat Williams.
Oh,
Do
I
they?
fucking hate Cat Williams.
that's
super,
racist.
He's super annoying.
You can't hate Cat Williams because then by definition you hate black people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not true.
That's what it sounds like to me.
I'm pretty sure that's not true. I just
You're a racist.
think Cat Williams
Yeah.
is fucking
You're
annoying.
gonna want to think before you speak.
Yeah,
sir.
bro.
No thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks. I will continue to hate Cat Williams
Cat
for being fucking
Williams,
annoying.
all his humor is just
Liquor.
motherfucker, motherfucker, motherfucker. I said motherfucker.
Watching
that's
him
all
on
Cat
stage
Williams.
is always funny though, because he's about as tall as
Yeah,
the
he's
stool.
so little. He's so little. I did think Cat Williams was funny in Friday 3 or Friday After Next, whatever the fuck it was called.
It was the Friday After Next.
Okay, yeah, I thought he was funny in that. But yeah, I'm not a big Tyler Perry fan either. Sorry, black people.
But that movie was made by Ice Cube, not Cat Williams, as all the Fridays
Well, all
were.
the Fridays were though. That's pretty much a given.
Whatever happened to Chris Tucker?
I don't know.
He probably retired with his millions and millions of
No,
dollars.
so-
Supposedly
Supposedly-
cancer that is Jackie Chan.
Well, supposedly this December there's supposed to be another one coming out.
Another Rush Hour?
Yeah, no, not
What?
Rush Hour.
Oh.
Friday. It's called Last Friday.
Oh.
It's called Last Friday, and it's Chris Tucker's back. It's supposed to be coming out in December. I thought that I had heard a long time ago.
Was
Haven't checked
Rush
on it
Hour
recently.
3 the last movie he was in?
No, he's had to been something else.
I think it might have been.
Well, did Rush Hour 3 came out before or after Fifth Element?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What?
By a lot.
There was something else he was in. Besides that, I could have sworn.
Was it a Tyler Perry movie?
I don't know. I don't watch Tyler Perry movies. I thought we.
Ooh. You know another bad
Oh
movie
yeah,
we should
no,
watch?
he was in Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh yes, he was.
Oh, yeah,
in
he
Silver
was.
Linings Playbook.
Yeah.
Good movie.
It wasn't. It
Still
wasn't.
haven't seen that one.
Solid.
I really
It
haven't.
wasn't
You
a
haven't
huge
seen
part
Silver-
though.
I really
you-
haven't
dude,
seen
you
it.
would like it.
Yeah.
The fuck you talk about dialogue in a movie.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing.
It was
in that
good.
movie. Like I'm not a big what's his name Bradley Cooper fan, but
Yeah.
he was pretty good in that. And fucking Jennifer Lawrence, she was fucking hot. in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a pretty good job.
Yep.
Let's be honest though, none of us ever need to see Jennifer Lawrence in a movie again. We've all
That's true. I've seen everything I
we've
need
all
to
seen all we
see.
need to see from Jennifer Lawrence at this point.
I could stand to see more. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You know, did you hear last
Fappening
week?
3.
Apparently, more came out. Another 55 pictures of her. It's the third release of all of the
Are you
news.
sure you're about a week behind?
How did I?
No. It was this last week.
No, you're talking about after the last one today.
There have been 3 releases at this point.
You sure?
100%.
No, you should not. Not the ones that I already.
Yep.
What do you mean? The ones you are?
You're slacking, Chad.
I'll have
You're
to look.
slacking.
I'll look see if I can find them.
Take a look. They're
Well,
out
it's been
there.
a week now. It's harder to find after a week. But
It's the internet.
I mean, I can do
Nothing
it.
dies on
We
the
need
internet.
to find some from the Queen.
the Queen.
Oh,
Queen Latifah?
Taxi?
Oh god,
She's
Wrong
one
Queen.
hot piece of
Fucking
ass.
Queen.
So,
God, I fucking hate the Queen.
I love the show.
Fuck you, Hunter.
But I'm so glad Adrian Grenier is not in the movie.
In
He's
what
a bad
movie?
actor too.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Not in what
I
movie?
liked Entourage.
He's not gonna be in the Entourage movie.
Oh, I forgot about that. But other than Entourage, he sucks.
What are you?
Wife.
What are you talking about? Him not being in it?
I'm just saying, in the movies.
Oh yeah. No, he was a shitty fucking actor.
Yeah.
He was in Devil Wears Prada.
I'm gonna. Seriously?
It was.
Why the fuck have you watched Devil Wears?
That movie is awesome.
What is wrong with you?
What?
That movie is hilarious.
Can't tell if he's joking.
Turn
or
in your
not.
I'm
penis,
dead
sir.
serious.
Get back. Pull
Anne
it out.
Hathaway is
I'm
hot
gonna
as shit.
I'm
Anne
gonna
Hathaway
shit out
is
a
hot.
demon. I'm gonna shit out a demon. He's
You
gonna
can
bite
shit
your
a
little
demon.
dick off.
That movie was actually funny. It was.
Devil Wears Prada was funny.
It was. Twas.
I feel like
Wow.
I'm never going to know that because I'm never going to watch that shitty fucking
You're missing
movie.
out.
I find that hard to believe.
I didn't really respect you to
It
begin
is
with.
unfortunate
but
that
now it's
all of the movies where you see Anne Hathaway's boobs are awful.
No, I actually liked the
Brokeback
one with her
Mountain?
and
Love
Jake.
drugs.
No, Jake
Sex-
Gyllenhaal.
Sex and Other Drugs.
Yeah, Love, Sex, and Other Drugs. Like her tits were out the first half of that movie,
You
and they
know,
were great.
you referenced a different movie, like by proxy there.
Talking about Havoc.
Yeah.
Her boobs and Jake Gyllenhaal Brokeback
Brokeback Mountain. I never seen Brokeback
That's what I
Mountain.
said. You love that.
you
I've
didn't miss
never seen
much.
it. Let me guess, Josh. I'm missing out on that one too.
No.
That one
No.
was a terrible movie.
Yes. That movie pissed me off so much because everyone was like, oh, it's
You
such
wanted
a
more
great
Heath
love
Ledger?
story. It's such a great love story. If
Oh.
you just take away the whole gay thing, it's just a good love story. It's
Nope.
like, no.
Nope, it's gay as fuck.
Two
And they
people
get
go
him murdered
camping
in Mexico.
and they do it in
That's
the
not a
butt.
good love
That's
story.
the story. It's like,
And
all right.
There's no foreplay. They're literally fighting, and then all of a sudden Heath Ledger just spits and inserts, and that's how it goes.
Quit you, boy.
I wish I could quit. Why don't? Well, then why don't you?
Yeah, I haven't seen the
Not
movie, but
good.
I've heard enough about it to know
Not-
that
That got him the
wanna watch
Dark
it.
Knight role. So
I don't think
Yeah, we all know how that turned out for him.
Yeah, that's why he's hella dead.
yeah, but that was a hella good movie.
Yeah.
Because there are different levels.
We
Yeah.
took that to
Pe-
a dark place.
People say that you know he was crazy from the Joker role. I think it was the shame from having to do fucking Brokeback Mountain. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, Just doing it in a very cowboy way in the mountain by yourself. That's
It was the cowboy
that's
hats,
the
not
fucked
the
up part.
buttsticks.
Yeah.
There is so many movies we have to choose from. It's ridiculous.
I'm not watching Brokeback Mountain.
No.
I don't want to
No,
see that. I have
there's-
nothing against the gays or the gay community, but I don't want to watch Brokeback Mountain.
There was the recent
Not my
movie
cup of
that
tea.
we had discussed that is also terrible.
Oh,
It's a
10 Things I Hate
two-part
About
movie.
You?
No, that's a good
That's
movie.
not a bad
I love
movie.
that movie. I thought we were talking about Heath Ledger.
The two-part movie with Shia LaBeouf in it.
Oh, are you talking about Indiana Jones? Because I heard that was
No.
awful.
Oh god, that's
The recent
definitely a
movie that I
had to be on
told you
here.
about, where the ending was somebody dies at the end.
You
And
cannot be more
Come on,
vague.
It's about
Transformers?
somebody that enjoys
really
having
bad.
sex a lot.
Oh, Nymphomaniacs.
Yes,
Or what
Just
was it
one.
called? Nymphos.
Nymphomaniac.
Nymphomaniac. Yeah.
That is an awful,
Yeah. Lots of fucking.
awful. That part's pretty good.
You actually see his penis in there, right?
You do.
Oh boy.
That's a lot of
They
LaBeouf
actually
dick.
filmed a hardcore scene for it.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah,
it's actual sex.
it's legitimate Shia LaBeouf having sex with someone.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was really weird.
Huh.
Oh, it is a two-part movie.
That's the
Yeah.
same guy that put the bag on his head and said, "I'm
Same dude.
not famous."
Same
That's- Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Did you watch the second part of it, Josh?
Yep.
And how was it? It's
I thought I clarified when I said
well,
that.
it's got Christian Slater in it. I'm sold.
It does.
Oh,
He.
how can we hate that?
I don't want to give away his role in the movie, but let's just say, as we've discussed about shit demons and stuff, that's also kind of part of
Ew.
that movie.
Ew, ew, ew.
Shit demons, huh?
It's pillow
Sort of.
pants. Pillow pants living in her butthole. This is a Lars von Trier movie. Trier, whatever, however the fuck you say his name. I don't know.
So, what's coming out this week?
Yeah, let's. So what are we?
Um,
oh, go ahead.
This week, I think there's 3 movies opening up. First one actually looks like a decent movie. It's that Ben Affleck movie, and what was her name?
Decent movie with Ben Affleck.
Rosaline.
Geely.
Is that her name? No, it's not.
There have been
It's
plenty
probably
of
not as
good
good. though.
movies with Ben Affleck in them.
No,
One
Daredevil.
is called The Town,
I
and
can
that
keep
movie
going.
is
I can
fucking
just keep
awesome.
going.
Yeah, it's a.
Goodwill Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
is good.
I hated his
Great
fake
movie.
accent in that movie, though.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
fake.
I'm
that
so
fake.
Boston
Fake
accent.
Boston
Punch your
accent.
face. Jim Everett, all of you.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a faker when it comes to Boston
Yeah,
accents.
totally.
When I
He's
tell you
not
to
from
bury
Boston at
someone
all.
in the mosh, you bury him in the mosh.
Totally not from Boston at all.
No, he's not.
Anyways, Gone Girl.
Gone Baby Gone. I think it
No,
was
no,
it.
Gone Baby Gone
Was it
is
Gone
with
Girl?
Casey Affleck.
Yes.
Gone Girl with Ben Affleck.
What the fuck is Gone Baby Gone then?
I think it's
Oh yeah,
another movie.
I mean, it is Gone Girl, but yeah, Morgan Freeman and hairs. Yeah, so
It
Gone
doesn't
Baby
look
Gone.
too awful.
No, as far as movies coming out this week, it's probably gonna be at the top tier
Dolphin
Yeah.
Tale.
movie this
Well,
week.
yeah.
'Cause I
Dolphin
mean,
Tale
it-
2.
Well, it doesn't have Nick Cage in it, but we'll get to that later.
It's being followed up by one of probably a movie that'll definitely be on this podcast if it lasts that long. It's gonna be Left Behind. They're remaking Kirk Cameron's prize role, Left Behind, starring Nick Cage. Of all people that could play in this movie, it's Nick. I can't learn how to roll Cage.
And it credits Leah Thompson, but you don't even see her in the preview,
Yeah.
which
Well,
confuses me,
it's because she was rapturized.
Yeah.
apparently.
Her and McFly.
Yeah, basically this is
Right.
Left Behind is based off of the religious series of the same name.
By Tim LaHaye.
Tim LaHaye, and I can't remember the other guy's name. His name
Graham.
was second, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Doesn't
Not
matter.
Norton.
Yeah.
I don't
He wrote a
think so.
book.
It's not Graham Norton.
But yeah, so it's one of those religious rapture type end of days movies. You know, starting out talking about the Book of Revelation, things like that, and you know, following that up religiously, they've got that Annabelle movie.
The
Coming
prequel to the.
It's supposed to be
it's
the
a
prequel to The
ish,
Conjuring or something like
because
that.
they discuss the doll in The Conjuring,
Right.
Yeah.
and they like, for some reason they sort of feature it at 2 points of the movie, and I guess that's because they were planning on making this
I
movie.
actually still haven't seen The Conjuring. I heard it was pretty like scary for an actual horror movie though.
I despise horror movies.
Yeah, I don't do
Me
horror.
neither.
I don't do horror.
So I'm not excited
'cause you're
about
a
this movie
pussy.
at all.
It's because I'm a total pussy.
No, it's because it's awful. It looks about as scary as
Pussy.
Paranormal Activity, which is one of the most boring movies I've ever watched in my life.
I like horror movies because they make me laugh.
I
Though,
piss my
like
pants.
I don't ever get scared during a horror movie. Like there's only one or two movies I can say that I've honestly been scared in, or not scared, but that I thought actually made me intimidated. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but Signs. Signs
Suspenseful.
was a creepy fucking
Suspenseful
movie.
Signs was just a good movie, though.
Signs was fantastic.
Yeah.
I like
Great
Signs as a movie.
It was a great movie. Signs. What was that other fucking movie I was just thinking of the other day?
Indiana
Well, I don't-
Jones and the Crystal Skull.
I don't
I'm
know
just
if other
gonna keep
people
referencing
consider
that
it
movie
a
until
horror
we talk
movie,
about
but
it.
The Last House on the Left,
I don't know.
I
if
just
I've
found
seen
it
that.
shocking because of how elaborate the rape scene was.
Yeah. Hostel. Hostel was a pretty terrifying movie too,
Hostel-
because I feel like it could have been true.
Yeah, that one kind of got to me, especially when they cut the guy's Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's
Oh yeah.
I didn't see
haven't
it.
You never saw Hostel?
No, I
Oh,
never
you're
saw it.
talking about a movie that make you piss yourself. It's probably Hostel. Like
It
they
doesn't
pull some
take much
dudes.
for me.
They pull some dude's eyeball out. Like. It's,
I think it, yeah, like you said,
But-
it's the realism in that movie where you can feel like you're a traveling person, and all of a sudden you don't
Yeah.
know where you're at.
Yeah.
And somebody's
It's
like,
in
"Oh,
another
I'm gonna
country."
spike something in your drink when
I-
you're gonna get fucked in the butt."
I just was
Anytime
more.
you travel with me.
I was more affected emotionally by someone's ear getting cut off in Reservoir Dogs than any horror movie I've ever watched.
really?
Yes.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
It bothered me. Why is
No,
that
yeah.
weird? It's weird that it bothered me that he was cutting some dude's ear off. That's
It's
weird.
weird
to you?
that bothers you more than most horror movies. Yeah.
They're just so cheesy and stupid,
Yeah, that's fair.
and like people make such awful decisions in them normally.
Yeah.
So it's very disingenuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's that. But, yeah.
So those are the three coming out this weekend, right?
Annabelle looks just as bad as most horror movies. That
It
have
looks
come
horrible.
across.
I
It,
won't be
does,
seeing
it doesn't look any different.
I would say if you're gonna see a movie this weekend, go with Gone Baby Gone, or not
Or
Gone Baby Gone,
Left
Gone
Gone
Girl.
Girl.
Fuck.
Or Left Behind.
Or you can
less-
go with
yeah.
movies that have already been out.
Right. Which, like I said, I haven't seen any.
There's
of those
not been
recently.
anything good out in the past 2 or 3
I want to
weeks,
see
honestly.
Equalizer.
Eh.
I would
Have you
be
seen the trailer for
interested to
that?
see Equalizer.
That's the one with Denzel and Dan
I like
Bilzerian.
It's
looks-
it's kind of an old story for Denzel,
It
but
looks like
Right.
Man on Fire.
right. But I still enjoy
Oh, that
watching
one, I have seen a
Denzel.
preview for that. Yeah,
Right.
I'm like, this is Man on Fire.
He's
Yeah,
like
again.
he's like a good Samaritan, and
Yeah,
helps,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm still more interested to see that than I would ever be interested in seeing Annabelle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to see
I
The
agree
Giver
with that.
too. I've heard mixed things about The Giver. I don't
Better
know.
as a book.
most movies are.
Yeah, I just don't see that making a good movie. I don't see that making a good movie story that I would want to see.
It's
Right.
not Fight Club.
That's right.
Better than the book.
Best movie ever.
It is one of the greats.
I just like watching Brad Pitt.
Mm.
That's a good looking man.
Mm.
Put on a lot of gay vibes during
Your
this.
vagina is leaking. You need to do a
Especially
towel.
because I don't enjoy watching. Is it Helena Bonham Carter?
Oh,
What's her
the
name?
star of Hamlet.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's her name.
That's her
Tim
name.
Tim Burton's wife or
Yes.
Johnny
yeah,
Johnny
yeah.
Depp's
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's sex toy.
Yeah.
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 Mrs. Lovett.
God, you're so gay for that movie.
I love that movie.
Sweeney Todd.
Yes.
good movie.
It was a good movie.
I've seen it once or twice. It's good.
About 30 times.
Wow, you have a problem.
And I've listened to the soundtrack.
You are a
At least.
heterosexual adult male. There's no reason for you to watch a musical that much.
I love that movie.
All right.
Yeah. So, I think that's pretty much it
Yeah.
for tonight.
What are we gonna be watching next week?
Next week we're gonna be
Vampire
going over one of the greats, Vampire Academy.
Oh yeah, we want
Vampire
to talk about
Academy.
that.
Yeah, you guys want to give them a rundown of what Vampire Academy is about?
Go
so
for
they
it.
We can do that next week.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that works.
You want
too.
to go?
in
You want to go over
suspense.
something quick?
I was gonna give you can give a quick
We can-
synopsis.
A quick synopsis.
I'll give them. I'll give 'em-
preview, if you will.
Yeah,
Not
we
quite.
can.
They can watch it.
No spoilers, because I'm
No.
about to
And
watch
that movie
this.
looks like it's just gonna.
Right. Right.
Yeah, basically,
It's
half
a-
human, half vampire, and she's living a peaceful life.
She all the vampires in this movie have companions that aren't vampires. And this one particular vampire that it's about, it has special abilities. And it's about her journey through this academy. And there's
vampires.
much intrigue and much dialogue. And it is fantastic.
And do not.
When you
change
say
the
much
subject.
dialogue, am I about to watch like an hour and a half of talking? Oh,
Sort of.
gosh.
Probably.
It's very good dialogue.
Oh, I'm gonna need more beer.
It's wonderful dialogue.
I want to. I'm not going to give anything away, but there is something about a reference to Montana that you do not want to miss.
You will not.
Okay.
Okay.
You do not miss. You do not want to miss it at all. It's fantastic.
Yes.
All right. Well, stay tuned next week, guys, for another episode of Goose Riot.